There we go. Now you can hear me. There we go. Compton Pops. My dumb self. I had so many technical difficulties. Dude, I swear, my mic was off. And I was doing all kind of stuff. Now I know you guys can hear me because my mic is on now. Thank you, Compton Pops. Thank you, Kyle Rander, 2814. Thank you, YouTube. I was that was one big blooper. I went on for 3 minutes with no freaking mic. Great. But here we go. We're back. There we go. I'm back in the mix, man. It's crazy. My phone is betraying me. People are trying to send me stuff that I want to show you guys. And my weird ass gallery won't open. That's a long story. But I just wanted to show you guys here. Best comment wins. This is Howard Chaykin. Now you guys can hear me. I'm giving this away tonight. And now that you guys can hear me, I'm going to say it all over again. These were made in 2019, the 80th year of Batman. And so I have a whole bunch of these. And I have a whole series of these. I have a whole bunch just to show you, you know. I have a whole bunch of these all done on the same thing. Look at this. So people will be able to win some of these eventually. And then now we're getting to the other ones. But I've been doing a whole project on the Cape Crusader in 2019. And so we could be sketch buddies. Look at that. You guys can be sketch buddies. You guys get one of these. This is drawn by the legend Howard Chaykin, a former guest on the 6 Layer Station. So now let's talk about today, the freaking block party. There was a lot of crap going on, ladies and gentlemen. For starters, we had the block party at the Revenge of. Let me put that up. Revenge of block party. Let me see if I can show you guys a little footage of this. Let's see what I have here. Here we go. So you can see this is the Revenge of block party. We got Mark the Honorable Villain on the scene, our street correspondent. We got some interviews with Tim Sheridan, a lot of others. Brian Michael Bendis, that was a big draw. That was a big draw. I wonder how long his line was. But there was just so many people. Let me just show you guys this. It was insane. If you were in LA, let me know on IG. Let me know on YouTube if you were at this block party. Insane. Look at this list. Look at this list. Minus Paul Dini. I wish Paul Dini was there. That would have made this a classic night. But look at all these names. So many blocks. You know, Mark is working out here. He's doing this, his thug Theezy. Well, Mark was doing that. I was interviewing people at the 6 Layer studio. So we had to split up for the greater cause. My man DC Shinte got a Joker sketch from Jim Lee. So that was the other thing that happened, guys. Jim Lee was out and about. And that was crazy. Jim Lee was out and about. I can't, like, my phone is so tripping right now. Let me see if I can get this. I think I can get this for you. Let me see if I can get this. I don't think I can get this. I can't even share it with you guys as an overlay. You know why? Because of the iPhone. And the iPhone photos is not compatible with the overlays on freaking StreamYard for some weird, goofy reason. So I can't show you. But I can't even show you from my phone because my show won't. I don't know. It's weird. There's a Joker Jim Lee sketch that my homie got that's ill. And I don't know. Tell me in the comments if you went to the Jim Lee signing at Things from Another World. Yes, Kid Impulse got a sketch endless. Stash Fam keeps winning. But I think it wasn't free. I think you had to get like the SIGs, the 120. So for 120, you got a Jim Lee sketch. And I think he did the damn thing. I will show you guys on IG later these photos from the Jim Lee signing tonight. But that was going concurrently with this huge block party. Okay, so you had Jim Lee in Universal City, and then you had everybody and their mama at the Creators Block Party, and this went on. Yes, Marcos be hustling, Mark be hustling, Endless be hustling, Stash Fam be hustling, and I'll be hustling because like while y'all was doing that, I'm interviewing people like Daryl Banks. So I had an appointment with Daryl Banks today. So we was busy. We was mad busy. Put in the comment sections if you guys were at this block party, and also tell me and tell us who was your favorite person you saw at the block party. Let us know. Also, just to let you guys know, if you want your comments, because best comment wins. Let me take this off real quick. If you want your comments to be shown on screen, roll over to YouTube right now. 6 Slayer Station right now. And you could do the same thing you're doing right now, but your comments will be on screen so that people can see them, even the people on IG. So if you want your comments to be seen, head over to the 6 Slayer Station on YouTube and comment there, and then I can put them up. But I can read the comments right here from IG. So I will be reading the comments on IG. But if you want them on the screen, I could just pop them up and show people the most burnt out comments, because I know ain't no comment like a Stash Found comment, right? That's how we do it over here. Kid Impulse hasn't appeared in years, but when he does, he comes in a flash. Boom. There we go. Cats was all over the place scrambling. I need to know in the comments, what was the highlight? Who was your highlights? I want to show people again. Like I said, we had cats like Bendis around. I mean, it was mad heads here all day. There was pizza. There was beer. There was all kind of stuff. This was just a huge event that was happening at the Revenge of. I give them props because they stay having events like this with a lot of writers, a lot of up and comers and all of that. But this was just bananas. I mean, I can't say enough that this was a look at this massive event. It's crazy. I'm just curious. Was anybody happy to see Jeff Johns or Patton Oswalt? Did anyone get a bunch of signatures? I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, let me go here. I think I didn't. I got to show you guys this just because we always got to keep things, up and current. Let me see if I have it here. Daryl Banks. Oh man, like everything is betraying me today. I thought I had it here. Or did I put them? Oh, here we go. I put it here. I got to show you guys this because this was my blooper of the day. Let me see. Is it this one? No, I got to show you guys this. You guys are going to crack up. We were just talking about bastards. And I want to show you guys one. Let me see. Daryl Banks. Where is that? Topic 4. There we go. There we go. Here we go. I got to show you guys this. This is about to crack you guys up. This is wild. Let me take this off while that's loading. Here we go. Boom. Let me take me off real quick. Busy Boy Cho in the house. What up, OG? Look at this. Busy Cho Boy in the house. Do y'all see that? That was a bastard that happened today, guys. That happened at the block party. I just wanted to give a moment of silence for those books. So can we get another moment of silence for these books that got bastardized at today's block party? Moment of silence. How do I say goodbye? Damn, those books are done. Those are done. I'm not going to ask people to try to add a little voodoo or spice to it to try to revive them. Those are DEAD, dead. Those are straight up dead books, straight out of the block party. You know what I mean? So, like I said, anybody that wants to comment, and you want your comment on screen, please hop over to YouTube, the Six Layer Station. If not, I will read your comments straight from IG. So we're going to get started. Like I said, Six Layers Live. Let me see what's the rundown. Okay, so I got to give the updates, guys. I got to give the updates on what's happening at Six Layers because we got a lot of just stuff cracking. Let me just show you guys, and I'm still going to read the comments. So if you guys have anything that you guys want to share from Jim Lee, that you saw Jim Lee today, or at the block party, because there were just hella people. There's just hella people. So if you guys want to comment about any of this stuff, let me know right now. Let us know right now. Otherwise, I'm moving on because I want you guys to know what exactly that we are doing here on the Six Layer Station. So I just got to show you guys this. If you guys haven't been watching some of our interviews, you have been sleeping. I mean, look at this stuff, dude. We have been killing it. Cop them pops. This is Cop them pops right there. We have been killing it, guys, left and right. Look at that. We got Greg Wiseman. If you're a Gargoyle fan, check that out. Fabok, Jason Fabok, has been on the show. This is one of my favorite interviews of the year. A great guy. The Gradient General, Alan Sinclair, always a great interview. But I was mad that he didn't let us know nothing about Hush 2. He didn't let us know nothing about Hush 2. Steve Englehart. I mean, if you are a true comic book fan, a true comic book aficionado, you would love the Six Layer Station. You should head over to YouTube right now, like and subscribe, because we got a lot of stuff. Eduardo Riso. I mean, we did our first bilingual episode. It was fire. It was fire. So please, subscribe, like this video, like this live, and then also just to show, because this is what we do. Every Wednesday we have the process, and we have this huge jam piece we've been putting in parts. And this upcoming week, we're going to show the full Wizard Set 16 jam piece. It's going to be great from beginning to end. The legendary colorist David Barron is a mainstay on our channel. He's a part of us. We're a part of him, and we do all of this cool stuff. So if you like to see how comic books are made and colored, I mean, we got pieces coming up. You're gonna be just crazy on. We got some Magnola. We got some more Jim Lee. We got a lot of stuff. Frank Quiley stuff coming up that you're gonna just love watching the process. And we got some other announcements that I'm not gonna mention today, but I'm trying to hype up the Six Layer Station, because once we make these announcements, we're gonna just blow everybody's minds. And then upcoming comic book creators. I don't know why we put Steve Englehart in there. Steve Englehart has already been interviewed. Check him out. But some upcoming interviews you will be seeing over the next couple weeks. Ron Mars, creator of Kyle Rayner, along with Daryl Banks. I just interviewed Daryl Banks earlier today. What a fantastic guy. One of my favorite interviews of the year. I can't wait for you guys to get to know Daryl Banks. We got Ron Mars. Dan Jurgens, I got to say this, man. I don't think Dan Jurgens gets enough props. RIP Greg Hildebrand. Yes. We'll talk about that later too, Compton Pops. You are absolutely right. We're going to leave that there, though. We're going to leave that there. But as I was saying about Dan Jurgens, this dude, I don't think he gets enough props, because this dude was a cartoonist doing superhero comics, and he held it down on both sides as a writer and as a penciler for so long, so many pages, so many stories. And we get into that. We talk about Zero Hour. We talk about Superman. We talk about everything with Dan Jurgens. But I think you would really appreciate just how this dude talks, man. Like, this dude breaks everything down so matter-of-factly. You would just, you're going to love that. So that's coming up in the upcoming weeks. And then finally, the superstar artist and cartoonist himself, Daniel Warren Johnson. We just interviewed him like last week. He blew our mind what he showed us, and I can't say nothing about it, but he's going to blow your mind with the upcoming stuff that he's doing. And he's such a cool guy. We had an interesting Wonder Woman conversation that dealt with anatomy. You know, you're going to crack up. The Daniel Warren Johnson interview had us cracking up like pretty much the whole time. And the cool thing about it, he was like sketching. He was actually working while he was doing an interview, and it was so cool. You know, he thought he was kind of rude. We was like, no, man, this is cool. You're in your element, and the fact that you can have this conversation while, you know, meeting a deadline, we thought that was impressive. And so, yes, this is just a snapshot of, you know, by the time we air an interview on the Six Layer station, I have like 4 unreleased ones or 5 unreleased ones. So we're steady interviewing a lot of the greats. But I definitely have to say, please subscribe if you like anything about knowledge behind the scenes, the way comic books are made. You're going to enjoy this channel, and you're going to enjoy Six Layers, because we have been interviewing nothing but the best. Just look up and down our catalog, and you will see that statement true. So I just wanted y'all to, you know, tap into what we're doing on the Six Layer station. Got some good things cooking. Yes, sir. Endless. We got a lot of good things cooking, and more. There's going to be more. And for the people that have been subscribing over the last month, oh geez, like we got like 2,000 or something subscribers or something like in the last like month. It's been nuts from all over. Shout out to Bangladesh. Bangladesh is holding us down. You know what I mean? Like cats all over the place. Like it's just kind of mind-boggling that, you know, the amount of subscribers we've gotten. So like it just really making us feel good about what we're doing. But it's not over. We got a lot more in store for you guys. And so please tap into the Six Layer station. Every Wednesday, like I said, we have The Process featuring David Barron. This week, coming up on Wednesday, 2 p.m. Pacific, you're going to get the full director's cut of this Wizard 16 jam piece drawn by Rob Liefeld, Jim Lee, Dale Keown, and Sam Keith, all in one wop. It's going to be dope. Shout out to my boy Styly Dan for always providing me with the dopest tracks. I mean, the Stats fam, we're just multi-talented from all over the place. You're going to enjoy what's happening in this upcoming week. Just so you know, I didn't show you guys on the graphic, but this upcoming week on the Six Layer station on Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific, we're going to have artist Bob McLeod. And so that's going to be great. And he talks very, very candidly about his career and his experience. So hello, fellow signature nerds. We're going to talk about signature in 1 second. Tony, you're gonna flip on this because I got to show you this right now. So Tony, this is for you. So today we got 2 bastards just today. So that happened at this block party, as you guys can see right here. So I gave everybody a moment of silence, right? We had a moment of silence over this. Yes. Oh no. And it's the black and white Ghost Machine. And I had bad luck with the Ghost Machine #1 book because I got like 2 bastards on this book. I'm talking about different books, and this was like take 2. And so now I got to go with take 3. Yeah, this one was tough, but you know, it's a part of the game. You know, you do this long enough, you know, you let it roll off. Luckily, I have doubles, so like those weren't like my only ones. It will be a much sadder story if those books were my only books. Those were, luckily, I got a duplicate of that. But still, seeing those bastards, they hurt. They really hurt. Okay, so while we're on Six Layers, like I said, best comment wins. Best comment wins. And let me tell you guys, what's the prize? Like I said, Got this Howard Chaykin sketch. Best comment wins that. You can comment on YouTube. You can comment on IG, Instagram. If you want your comment on screen, head over to YouTube so people can hear, see, and read your hilariousness. So if you want your comment on screen, head over to the Sig Slayer Station on YouTube, and you'll be able to have your comment right there. Because best comment wins this right here. But we're Sig Slayers, and this is a signature channel, signature show for comics. As you can see, I got comics behind me that are all signed. I wanted to ask you guys, what's the best signature in the game? The best signature in comics. Who has the best signature for you? Who do you think has the best signature? Why don't people just bring their own trusty black Sharpie or those flat silver ones you recommend from the other show, right? Now, this one here, Compton Pops, I'm going to tell you something. This one was, that block party had hella people. And I'm waiting on Been There and That Hurts Badly. Haven't had that, and knock on wood. Miscellaneous Comics saw that. Let's address this because you guys are on it. So I'm going to show it again. Yes, this is what we're talking about. Compton Pops. Albert, he just said it. You know, why don't we use these black markers? And sometimes I get bashes off the black markers too, but I think this was a case when there was a lot of people, a lot of comics, and you don't have a lot of time to let things dry, and then you just stack shit on top. And that's what I think happened. I think this was a hurry up offense type of deal here because you got people all over the place and people swarming. This one was crazy. Let's see what we have here. Philip Tan has a beautiful signature. So now we're moving on. Philip Tan has a beautiful signature. I agree. Who has the best signature in the game? That's the question. Let me know. Who has the best signature in the game? The best sig in the game. That's the next topic that we're having right now. Philip Tan. Philip Tan does have a dope signature. Michael Turner sig is legendary, Miscellaneous Comics says on IG. Mike Hawthorne does have a good signature, and I like his black marker. It dries very quickly. Best comment wins. I'm just letting you guys know I'm giving away a Howard Chaykin sketch tonight. Best comment wins. Please like this video. Subscribe to the Sig Slayer Station. We're making things. This is a good one. I'm in between David Mack and Mark Silvestri. Best signature in the game. I brought some samples of comics, and I wanted to get your opinion on who had, on my I bought what? I got 4 candidates. I got 4 candidates on the best signature in the game. Who has the best signature in comics? Does anyone think Brian Michael Bendis has the best signature in comics? Brian Michael Bendis, anybody have Brian Michael Bendis as one of the best signatures in the game? I hear a lot about his signature, and I want to hear your thoughts on Bendis's. The best signature in the game. Okay, I'm going to start with one that I haven't seen anybody do a Royal Rumble poll. Oh, we should do that. A Royal Rumble poll for SIGs. I agree. We'll do a SIG hierarchy. We'll do that. Okay, here's one that I got to say. Walt Simonson's Dinosaur SIG, Miscellaneous Comics said. Best signature in the game. I must agree. Walt Simonson has a signature. Okay, what's the criteria for a SIG? I'm going to say this. It has to be a good looking signature that's not easy to replicate, right? There's a bunch of Todd McFarlane forgeries out there, right? So his SIG don't really qualify just because it's like fools be trying to ape it. Stan Lee's, right? Always gets forged. So those don't really qualify. But I would say here's a low-key one. I'm gonna start with a low-key signature. I think his signature is cool, but Mike Zeck's signature, I just like it. It's always clean. It's just he always has the right marker. Like, it's just Mike Zeck, man. Like, I just, shout out to Mike Zeck. Like, I love his signatures. This is obviously Deathstroke #1, and I have Marv Wolfman on there, and I like Marv Wolfman's as well, but Mike Zeck's is just clean. Let me know. Put fire emojis up. Let me know in the comment section if you like Mike Zeck's signature. Let me bring it closer. I think his signature is dope. Hot take. I don't trust JSA certs on new CGC slab. Hold on. I'm going to put that up and let it speak for itself. That's a hot-ass take. Cop them pops. Oh, by the way, I'm shipping out everything on Monday. So all the winners, if you're on today, I had a very rough week, so I didn't have a chance to go to the post office. I had to meet some deadlines. But Monday, I'm going first thing Monday to ship out those Absolute Batmans to the winners. Okay, what does he say? Placement, color, and right book can make a low-key sig turn into gold. Signature King, Your Highness, how can I dispute anything from the Signature King? I can't. I cannot. This is absolutely right. And then especially if it's Stanley or Kirby. Oh, hold on. I'm going to put this comment in kind of in succession. Here's the hot take by Albert. You don't trust the JSA certs on the new CGC slabs. So that's a hot take, especially if it's Stanley or Kirby. So that's what he's saying here. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this, because that is a hot-ass take, especially now that CGC is working with JSA and kind of undermining what CBCS was doing with the signature verifications. And so if you were like kind of pro CGC, but you already have raw books that are already signed, I can see you already wanting to stay in that CGC ecosystem versus rolling over to CBCS. You know what I say? Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. But hey, best SIGs in the game. That's what we're talking about, guys. What is it? Who has the best signature in the game? That's what we're talking about. Best comment wins. A Howard Chaykin Batman sketch. And let me tell you what's cool about this sketch, too, now that I got people watching, that it's on an actual board from DC. I did a whole project, like I said. These were all personally drawn for me in 2019, the 80th year of Batman. So you become a part of this Sig Slayer project where I had, artists do their take on different characters out of Gotham City. Best signature in the game. Holler at your boy. This is Stash Wars Live. That's what we're talking about. I said that Mike Zeck had a hot sig. All right, and here's a basic one, and I could be alone in this, and so you guys let me know, but I'm sorry. My boy Alex Ross, bro. I'm sorry, my boy Alex Ross. Alex Ross. He makes it. He makes the cut. It's John Hancockian. You know what I mean? Alex Ross got a John Hancockian signature. Very, it almost looks like he does it with the damn feather pen. You know what I mean? That's why I like this. And by the way, fire emojis on this new Alex Ross variant, this rendition of Batman #1. I don't know if you guys saw this. Alex Ross, I think, has one of the best signatures in the game. IG, let me know what you think. YouTube, let me know what you think about Alex Ross's signature. Let me know what you think about Alex Ross in general. Okay. I think this is fire. As soon as I saw this was on sale, I got it. But Alex Ross, to me, can do no wrong in the SIG department. One of those hard signatures to get. And so he has the best signature in the game. Claremont over the Uncanny logo always looks good. Okay, I have to say that. You know what? I almost pulled out a Claremont signature. because it's very uniform. There's no way you can replicate that. I want to go over this one comment again from the Signature King, because when we talk about the SIG science, this is kind of what we're talking about here. Placement, right? Now, it's funny, people like Greg Capullo, fantastic artist, Greg Capullo, when you start getting too pushy about, signature placement and color, he start calling you an art director. But I don't care. You got to be an art director, especially if you're paying 10 books or up on a key book. You want that placement. You want the right color and the right book, right? And so I think these three elements is a good foundation to, sound signature decisions. Don't just get anything signed. Try to get the right book, right? A book that you like, a book that you really want. But then that signature placement does matter. And it's not like you're, taking photos of it like I do, but it's just, I don't know, it just has a different appeal when you get it signed, and it's signed in the right area and the right color and stuff like that. So shout out to Tony, the Signature King, for this. This just encapsulates the SIG science. And that's what we're all about. I do get DMs from IG, and people ask advice about books, like should I get this signed or that signed, or should I get these markers or that marker? And it's really up to you. It's really up to you as far as like what you feel strongly about. But if you are on the fringe, and this is something that Tony and we had a show preparing for Baltimore, where we had these books that we were kind of on the fence about, and then we help each other out, and then we say why. And so we're going to get deeper into those concepts in subsequent live. But I want to keep talking about the best SIG in the game. Did anybody say anything about Jim Chung? Jim Chung. What y'all think about his signature? I like it. And you're not going to see Jim Chung with that bat. That's enough. So this is a lightweight flex. It's a lightweight flex too. But the Jim Chung, give me some fire emojis. Don't be shy. Like this video too, and subscribe while you at it. If you on IG, hop over to YouTube, Six Lair Station. Jolly Studios, what up? My boy Kinetic in the place to be. I gotta say though, guys, what do you guys think about the signature? I think he got one of the best SIGs in the game. And I mean, on top of the fact that he's one of the dopest artists. Any other suggestions? Any other names from that you think has a really cool looking signature? I didn't see anybody say Jim Lee's. Some of my favorite signatures are Jim Chung's. Agreed. Okay, miscellaneous comments. He says Jay Lee as well. What do you guys think about Jay Lee? Not Jim Lee, Jay Lee. I think Jay Lee has a cool signature as well. I got friends calling me right now because they're coming back from Jim Lee. So if you're a homie of mine and you so happen to be on IG, let's talk on IG, because I want to know what you got from Jim Lee. People always went off J. Scott. I think J. Scott Campbell SIG is pretty good too. Steve Epting. I just met Steve Epting in Baltimore this year. I do believe that Steve Epting has a great signature. I do think Jay Lee has a great. I have a Jay Lee bastard, but I think it was a weird marker. But when he used a regular black Sharpie, it's so awesome. Here we go. What about Bill Sienkiewicz, the great artiste, Bill Sienkiewicz? Holler at me if you like Bill Sienkiewicz. I heard he's $50 now. Is that true? Is Bill Sienkiewicz $50 a SIG now? Let me know. Hey, let me know. Can you join? Okay. I'm going to give you the link right now. Marcos, right now, give me a second. I'm about to give you the link right now. Hold up. I'm going to do this right now. Hey, yep, my next entry was Bills. Okay, put fire emojis up if you guys want to see one of the Jim Lee sketches, because I'm going to get my boy up on the live right now, and he's going to show the Jim Lee sketch. Let me give him this link real quick, and then we're gonna get busy. I gotta show, like, I wish I could show you guys this freaking a sketch, this Joker sketch. It's so dope. Like, he got one of these Joker sketches that were like, you know, they could have been like $700-800 Joker sketch. So yeah, man, I really do think you guys are going to appreciate this. So I'm sending my man this link real quick so we can get him on. Yeah, so I'm going to give you that right now, Marcos. But speak on Bill Sienkiewicz, please. One of the best signatures in the game. And look, he did the cool little remark. We're about to show you guys. We're about to show you guys a Jim Lee sketch in a minute, guys, from Jim Lee's signing earlier. They were not free. I just want to be clear. They were not free. They were $120, you know, and I guess it was dead because there was this crazy block party. I don't know if you guys saw this block party. You know, so there was a lot of conflicting events happening. And so either you were going to the block party or you were at the Jim Lee, or you did both. If you were smart, you did both. And Stash Fam, we know what's up. We know how to do both. But I mean, it's really a crapshoot with Jim Lee, though. Some days he's feeling generous, and some days he's feeling generous, and he'll do sketches, and then other days he's $60 chucks. So it's just crazy, you know what I mean? 120, not bad at all, especially when you see this Joker, guys. Especially when you see this Jim Lee Joker that's about to be on as soon as my boy Marcos logs on. It's gonna be crazy. I wish I could show you guys the photo. Can I send you a photo of a SIG, one I like of my books, a proper placement? Yes. Send it. How can you send it? Send it. You can send it on IG, and then I can pull it up. So yes, Compton Pops, send it on IG, and I can pull it up. Let's go, man. Best comment wins. I just want everyone to know, if you're on YouTube, your comments go on the screen. Best comment wins. If you spend the band for the comment, you better spend the rest for the Siggy. I feel that, man. And you might as well get the Sig if you're gonna spend a grip on the book. And let me know what you guys think about the $120 sketches that people got today. Was that reasonable? Especially when you think about a lot of these quote unquote remarks that these remark opportunities that people get, and it's like not even triple the price, way more than triple. So I think if you spent 120 or 60, I don't know. I'm waiting on Marcos to hit me up on StreamYard so we can sort this out. I have questions. I have mad ass questions about what happened with Jim Lee. And so while we're waiting on that, I have to go back to Bill Sienkiewicz because I didn't really get a chance to speak on him. I think this guy is like a genius. Fire emojis if you think Bill Sienkiewicz is a genius. He could take a loogie and turn it into the Mona Lisa, bro. Like, this dude just does things with paint and ink and stuff that I just, the average person wouldn't even think about. And I think his signature kind of just illustrates that. Like, his signature just, it just reminds me of that, that avant-garde art style that he was famous for in the 80s. And I see my man Marcos, he's here. So I'm about to get him on. All right. So can I add him to the stage? Why can't I add him?
Hello. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh,
But hold on.
perfect.
Let me see if I can get you on. Let me see this real quick. Let me see if you're here.
Like,
There we
man.
go.
Oh,
There
cool.
we go.
Nice.
There we go.
What's up, Mike?
What up, man? My boy,
Chilling, bro.
as my boy Marcos, man. We go way back, man. This is crazy. Okay, we're gonna get. I can't believe how spontaneous tonight has been. I had so much technical difficulties trying to get on, but now we're here, baby. This is even better. Oh, respect the Inkers. I love that. Then I got here the endless. Bill turns nothing into magic. But I love that. Respect the Inkers. I love that. Okay, Marcos, you saw Jim Lee before you show them.
Yeah.
Before you show them, tell them what the scene was like. Tell them the details of the signing.
So I literally was awake last night, and then I see him post something about tomorrow, this comic event. I was like, hold on, let me just check. I have Jim Lee on notifications, like letting me know that what he's gonna do, whatever his posts are. So it's a good thing I always have that on Twitter, Instagram, and I see him like, wait, Universal Studios. I was like, wait, I'm local, I'm in the Valley, so I'm like, hey, yo, you know what? Hold on. And then the thing is, I worked today. I got somebody to grab my shift to swap out because they owed me a favor. Shout out to that person. I owe them actually Starbucks. Um, and then I'm like 5 minutes, like it's at 5 o'clock, right? I'm like, oh my god, I'm not gonna make it on time because I had family stuff, and I just book it, right? I'm like on the freeway. There's no traffic, thankfully. It's around 5:15. I entered the comic area. It's what was it called? It's like
Things for Another World.
Yeah, Things for Another World. That comic shop.
Mm-hmm.
No one's in line. No one's in line.
No,
There's
no one was there. And you said you talked to Mike too, right?
Yeah. So like, I hit up Mike. He's like, he was there earlier, and then I walk in and there's one person. Like, it's just one person in the door. It's crowded, but it's the store that's crowded. It's not crowded because of the Jim Lee signing with his son, right? And then I'm like, hey, I'm here for like the Jim Lee. Oh yeah, here's your wristband, and then let me just sign it. Just wait right here, and then you'll be up next. And then up next took less than 2 minutes. I greeted Jim Lee. He's like, hey man, like welcome in. And then he immediately, because I'm wearing my Joker, I got this like Joker shirt right here. Like this was unintentional, by the way. I wore this shirt unintentional because I got this mailed yesterday because they gave me a medium versus an extra small. And so they swapped it out. And he saw, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm here. And I'm like, I'm excited. I greeted his son first, and then I greeted him. Like super chill dude. I didn't know his son was like a Berserk anime fan. Like that's his huge inspiration on his comics.
Okay, what was his son name?
Luca.
Okay.
Luca, yeah. His name's Luca,
okay, yeah. Okay. I forgot his name, yeah.
Yeah, Luca. And so I greeted him, and then he's like, hey man, thanks for like coming in. I was like, yeah. And then Jim, he's like, which one would you like to do? Like which package, right? Like the $20 one or the 120? Like after the conversation started rolling. And then I'm like, can I do the one that's 120? He's like, yeah, what books do you have for me? Keep in mind, this was such a last minute thing. I did not have any books. So when I parked my car at Universal, I checked the trunk and I only have one book from Jim Lee.
Hold on, wait a minute. You keep your comics in the trunk of your car?
So I keep very few. I have a short box in the trunk for emergencies just like this.
Oh,
just
snap.
in case. You never know. So you never know what's going to happen, right? And so I'm like, you know what? And I'm like digging through. They're all Flash comics, not from Jim Lee. The Jim Lee one is already signed. I'm like, like I gotta have one at least, and it's this one. It's this one that I have.
Oh, the Justice League #1. That's like a second print or something like that.
It's it's a pencil variant, and then there's triple sign now. So it's Jim, Scott, and then Alex, all in gold now, which was sick.
Wow.
So I was like, you know what? Let me get this here, like right there, and then on the other side.
Oh, keep it there. Keep it there for a second.
Oh yeah.
Keep it right there. Okay. Rate Jim Lee's signature. Does he have one of the best sigs in the game? Jim Lee. What are your thoughts on Jim Lee's signature? Is it easy to forge? Is it nice? Do you think it looks sexy? Is Jim Lee signature one of the best signatures in the game? All right, Marcos. So you got Justice League #1.
Yeah.
Signed by Jim Lee.
Yeah.
And then what?
And then I had a homie who was there, right? And then it's hold on, I'm trying to look through this little.
My shit's about to die.
It's like this one right here.
Yes, the darker image. Yes.
That's all I had for that. Like this was so last minute.
Hey, but that was old school. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
cool.
and then we have like one last thing.
Hold on. We got Jim Lee's signature is decent, 7.5 out of 10. I agree with that. I think it's easily replicated, but it's Jim Lee. Hey.
There was like, I'm like, there's a certain character I also like really like that, they're coming back to. And I was like, you know what? Let me just.
What? Hold on, what? Hold on, what?
Hold
on, what? Keep that up. Hold on, my mind got blown. What? What the hell? Just keep that up. That's Hush. I'm going to sing to everybody. Hush, hush, hurry, hurry, get that Jim Lee. What? I can't believe this. Keep that up while I read this comment. Easy to forge, fairly basic, but still distinguishable and sought after. This fool got a hush. Yes, endless. This fool got a hush. That's not what I saw earlier, Marcos. That's not what I saw.
It was a pretty lucky day, I'm not going to lie. And then the moment of truth, what everybody's waiting for.
Oh, my God. Keep it right there. I need fire emojis. We're showing you guys Jim Lee on the spot. We're showing you guys Jim Lee on the spot. This is what we do on Six Slayers. This is how we do on Stash Wars. Jim Lee on the spot, and that's on the comic board, bro.
Yeah, that's all I had.
You gonna do it now?
So you what?
Hey, Mike. Just kidding, man. Special appearance. But
what the hell? What the hell?
You thought
Mark is here.
You got two. No, it says to Mark, man. Can't you read?
I know, man. I thought he was trying to be white for a minute and call himself Mark instead of Marcos.
Yo, man.
No way.
Mark and Marcos, man. Getting Jim Lee sketches.
Jim Lee sketches right here.
What? Oh, dude. That's the hardest shit ever. That's the hardest. Hey, man, you've been everywhere. You got a hush from this fool?
I know, man. Yeah, today was busy, man. Today was busy.
Today was a good day.
Today was a good day.
This was the best.
I forgot this, guys, too. And the Dodgers won. What? Go Dodgers is looping around. Oh, my God. Dude, I can't believe that. Both of you guys? Both of you?
Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah. Hush. Who did you think got a Hush, man? Who else is obsessed with Hush? This character design, man.
There it is. Congrats. Big
insane.
fan of Jim Lee's Joker. Man, I need some fire emojis, guys. This shit is insane. This Joker is crazy. One of you guys tell Mike Brown that I'm on live.
But
I walked away from. Wait a minute. He says I'm hurting. I walked away from a Jim Lee sketch. Didn't want to spend 120, so he missed out.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was there.
He was there.
He didn't want to spend the 120.
He missed out.
There was like literally I pulled up, I text Mark and I'm like, dude, probably like I got there around 5:15, 5:20. And no one was there. Like the lady who was helping out the line was like, oh, there's no line. You can just get the wristband from me and just pay up front. And then I was like, sure, bet. And it's like 120. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do 120. I was like, yeah, 120 for this. I'm like,
dude,
of course.
That's like $1,000, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen people drop 1,000 on that.
I'm like, yeah, bet. I'm like, and then Jim, he's like, he saw my shirt because I have Heath Ledger's shirt right now. And then I'm like, this is super unintentional, but can I get the Joker? And he started dying because we just chopped it about the Dodgers. And like, I showed him like this picture of Ohtani with the, like, so I have a picture of Ohtani with the candle, how like they light it up. Like he's a,
right.
A
Yeah.
I showed him that. He started dying. He just started sketching away. That man was lost.
Okay, hold on, stop there. We need to unpack this. You had a moment with Jim Lee.
Yeah.
That's what you just said.
Yeah.
And this fool blessed you.
Of course, yeah.
Is Mark still there?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, what's up, Mike?
Put y'all joints together real quick.
Flip it over.
It's not bad.
So here's we'll put them together. So okay, just based off both sketches, which one you think had hit it off with Jim Lee? The right or the left? Right?
Yo.
Somebody hit it off with Jim Lee.
You want to hear something about mine though?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
I
Okay.
do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, listen to this. Yeah.
Mine was free. Enough said.
No, oh!
I don't pay for Jim Lee sketches.
Oh, here it is.
Every
Mark,
Jim Lee
here it
thing
is
I've
for you,
gotten
Mark.
free.
Oh,
That's facts. Yeah, he didn't pay.
what? Oh,
Zero.
Jim Lee hooks it up every time. man.
Zero, bro.
Bro.
Zero.
Every Jim Lee signature I've gotten was free. Every
bro,
sketch I've gotten free.
bro. This is crazy,
I'm on some
Okay,
John
dude.
stuff, you know.
bro. Okay, hold on. I mean, shit, Mark, you're here, so I gotta ask you a fucking question too.
What's up?
Jesus,
I can-
hold on.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. Hey, this is dope, man. Because I was having a very crappy time with all of my stuff. I got to figure out my.
Did you expect to see me here like this? With
No,
Marco?
I didn't expect to see your ass.
Yeah,
at
it was a
all.
big surprise.
Okay,
Yeah.
so while you here, so Stash fam, Mark was at the block party. Mark was there. He was physically there at the block party, where all these heads were at. Mark
Yep.
was there getting the footage. I got some of the footage. He's gonna send the rest of it soon. But Mark, tell us. I mean, because Marcos just told us about the Jim Lee, and clearly you were there and you got a freaking hush. What was the block party like, dude? Tell us a little bit about the block party.
Block party was the exact opposite, man. There was so many people there. There were so many creators. Everyone was after Bendis. Everyone was after Rick Remender. Everyone was after Jeff Johns, man. So, you know, I even told Jeff. You know, I think I'm gonna leave soon. I think I'm gonna go to the Jim Lee signing. I was like, nice seeing you again, Jeff. I was like, you're dressed very nice. You're just very fancy and everything. I was like, that's it. I'm out though, man.
Give them a teaser. What footage did you get? Just name a couple names of footage that you get to things that they should expect in the next couple days.
So the only interview I was able to get on the scene was with Bendis. Big
I showed
one.
that.
And we're gonna ask him for an interview, and hopefully he's on the show very soon. We have a few drops. We have one from Tim Sheridan. We have one from Pornsack, Pisha Show, and I think I have one more. I think I got one from Mark Wade. But I have
Mark
to check
Wade,
that out.
boom. And then this fool went all the way from, where was that, in Glendale?
No, that was in Eagle Rock. That's in Eagle Rock, and then
Yeah,
I went to
And then went to
Universal.
Universal, man. Hey, dude, you guys are freaking insane. I need some fire emojis. I need some Joker hit it off right here. I need some comments,
that's right,
guys.
man.
Joker
is
hit it.
crazy,
Yeah,
man.
Marco's
You guys
got
eat
the
the
better
game.
sketch, man.
Huh?
Marco's got the better sketch. He killed it with the Joker, man.
I was honestly letting him do his thing. Like, to be honest, we were just talking. Like, we were just because his son Lucas. I asked Luca like what his inspiration was for like his art style, and he said, "Have you ever heard of Berserk?" I was like, "Oh yeah, like the anime." Right? He's like, "Dude, yeah, like wait, do you watch anime?" I was like, "Of course." I'm like, "I've only seen a couple episodes of Berserk," and I'm like, "I'm actually going back to Japan in March, and there's like a little like museum dedicated to Berserk. I just don't know where it is in Tokyo because it's like a maze down there." He's like, "Oh, Dad, aren't we going to Tokyo?" He's like, "No, like we're actually not going to Tokyo anymore." So I don't know what that little conversation was between them, but it was just funny that no, like we just chopped it up honestly, and then Jim was just sketching away, and I thought he was gonna do a quick Joker. I did not expect it to be like ha ha ha. When I saw him bust out the red marker, I was like, oh, let this man cook right now. I'm not gonna even interrupt him.
Yeah, man, let him cook, dog.
And this
Let him
man
cook.
freaking cooked, like, and he remembered. It's funny because he remembered who I was actually.
Oh, wait a minute. He actually be remembering you. This fool act like he don't know me every time. I just saw him last month.
So he kind of does, and because like the thing is, I'm like, oh, I showed him an old photo of the first time I'm picturing him, and then the Wonder Woman sketch I have from him. He's like, wait, that's you? Like you work for? I'm like, yeah, that's me. And he's like, oh, dude, like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, from that moment, that was in the beginning of the conversation, and then we started talking about the Dodgers. He just started going like he busted out the pencil and he just started cooking even more. I'm like,
Man,
I just let him do his thing after.
man, bro. And okay,
He's the
all
man.
right. So Mark, real quick, I need to hear the
up?
story again. How did you
About
get?
what?
How did you get yours? Like, what did you say to him? What, you promised him something?
No, man. Jim
What
just
happened?
likes me. Jim just likes me, man. That's it, man. It's a pretty simple
Oh
speech,
man,
you
I
know?
ain't good enough, bro. I ain't good enough. What the hell? You just say, hey, hook me up with a freebie. Hook me up with a freebie.
Well,
I'm not gonna have you tell your secrets online. I'm
this
just
is what
joking.
this is what I will say. I seen Jim probably more than I seen my grandma in like the last month.
Jesus.
So I seen Jim at the Batman Star unveil on the Hollywood Walk of Fame,
Oh
and then I
God.
saw Jim at the Joker 2 premiere. So we are fairly connected.
Mark, were you at the Pulp Fiction in Long Beach or whatever with Daniel Warren Johnson? You were there.
Yep, yeah, I was.
Okay, so yeah, so I think Compton Pop saw you because he told me to ask you.
Okay.
So yeah, and because of that, we got the interview with Daniel Warren Johnson, and that's going to be coming up in a couple weeks. You guys will not be disappointed with that. We talk about Wonder Woman. We talk about vaginas. It's going to be great.
Hey, Mike, we're gonna have to meet up with Spy Mike pretty soon.
Yes. Like text him, let him know that I'm on right now. I would love to get it. I would love to get his take. Because he took the walk of shame. He actually did not get a Jim Lee sketch.
Yep, it's Jim Lee Day today, man.
Oh my God.
I actually asked Jim what his favorite Flash was. I've never asked him that question, and I was so excited to ask him that question. And it's Barry Allen, so I'm like, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. It's Barry Allen. That's it. Confirmed.
Oh
like,
my God.
Barry
Okay,
Allen.
so I'm gonna put y'all on. Before I let y'all go, I'm gonna put you on a solo camera. Let's see these sketches. Put them together like twinsies. Put them together like twinsies, guys. This is what happened today. We had the block party, and then Cats took a pivot and got Jim Lee sketches. You're not gonna see this anywhere on social media live in action right now. But here on Stats Wars Comics and on Six Layer Stations, the Stats fan represent. We got Endless in the comments. We got the Honorable Villain with the hush, hush. And then we got my man, Marcos. I ain't seen this fool in a while, but he still got it, man. You still got it, man. I thought you
Came
fell
back
off.
to the game strong, man.
Hey,
I
thought you fell off.
If I come back, I come back strong. You know me, Mike. Kid Impulse always comes back in a flash, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. Hey, one love to both you guys, man. I'll holler at you, Mark, soon. Marcos, I'll be in touch soon as I get off this live.
For sure, 100%, Mike. Good seeing you, man.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, peace out, Mike.
Woo, that was, man. Y'all I gotta calm down, man. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. The technical difficulties that I had we turned that lemons into lemonade. I still got to figure out what's with my phone, why I can't access any photos. That's weird. But I brought the sketches to you. Now, cop them pops. With that said, while you guys were watching the beautiful Hush sketch and the Joker sketch by Jim Lee, I was trying to get that, and I got to figure out what's up with my phone. So that's something that's probably going to keep me up all night trying to figure that out. But in the meantime, I just want to conclude best signatures in the game real quick before we get to the last topic. Best thing in the game. I wish I could show your SIGs because I wanted to show them. Mike Zeck, I think, has a dope SIG. Alex Ross, I think, has a dope SIG. Bill Sienkiewicz, I think, has a dope SIG. Like, for real. The genius. And Jim Chung. I think Jim Chung's is dope. I think it's really dope. Now, I want to get to this. You know, the third topic is always kind of like as I say, the more sensitive topic. So I want to talk about it. I do want to talk about it. And that's digital art. I really want to talk about digital comic art because I think digital comic art gets a little bit of shade for no reason. I think digital comic art gets a lot of shade. Let me know what you guys think about digital comic art. Digital comic art. Well, one, if you say you don't like digital art as a collector, well, everything is digital and digitized in comics. So all the comics is digitized at some point, right? So when people say they don't like digital comic art, they're talking about it from a collector standpoint. And then I even think that is, you're shading, and we've interviewed some of the best comic artists in the game, and we always ask them their method of production. And when they say they do digital, it's like they're almost like ashamed to admit it, because I think the collectors kind of make them shameful a little bit. And I think they shouldn't be shamed. Because let's be honest, the digital aspect of comic book production made comic books better. It made comic books look better. It enhanced the experience. It enhanced the storytelling. It turned a good artist into a great artist, or a great artist into a legendary artist. And then, you can talk about the corporate aspects of expediting things, making things faster or whatever. But that's not really the point. The point is comics look better since the advent of digital. And I'm going to tell you something. Odds are your favorite comic book creator is a digital artist too. Because let me show you. Boom. Lee Bermejo. I mean, who doesn't like Lee Bermejo, guys? Let me know. Let me know what you think about Lee Bermejo. Is Lee Bermejo a great artist? We like sensitive topics. There we go. Yeah, this is the topics. We're talking about dig art. I'm cool with it, but not big on the AI artwork, which in most cases does not require much skill. Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up, Miscellaneous Comics, about the AI, because AI, that's a whole different. That's not art. That is what we call, and we learned this from Scott Koblish. That's what you call aggregations, things that are it's like a gumbo of things that already exist. So that's not art. Digital just has a different learning curve and style, right? But I'm saying, like, when you actually look at the finished product, I mean, look at this Lee Bermejo, look at Jenny Friesen, right? And then obviously I have Jim Lee right here, and clearly Jim Lee and Scott Williams still produce things traditional, but the Sultan of Shade, Alex Sinclair, is one of the best digital artists on the planet. Okay, so much that he's the only one that is allowed to color Jim Lee's work. Okay, so digital art is to me, it's what brings us over the top and makes comics what they are today, almost movie-like, right? Now you can get into the kind of art style where it actually looks like a video game. I know people really feel some kind of way about Francesco Mattina, right? Let's see this comment. Miscellaneous Comics from IG says, the culture has allowed us to adapt as artists, be it comic book art, media art, music, videos, and so forth, right? So yes, we have to adapt, and also there's that demand, right? A lot of these people are professional and they have deadlines, and so the digital aspect expedite things exponentially, right? But let's talk about collecting digital art, because that's what I'm really getting to. We're collectors here. We all buy comics. All of those comics are digital, right? Whether they started traditional pencils and ink, at the end result is digital. Okay, so at the end of it all, it's all digital. What the publishers work with are the digital files, and then they can manipulate everything from there, right? But what about collecting digital? Because that's where I think where a lot of the poop stories come from, a lot of the shade from collecting, they say, oh, well, digital art isn't art. Really? I mean, well, isn't a cover of a comic book digital art, right? We've already established that it's all been, digitized in one way or another, and we pick up those variant covers, a lot of those exclusives, a lot of those foils, digital, right? So I just want to push back on a couple things real quick, because I think there's a place for it all, and I think the publishers are not shying away from digital production at all. So why should we shy away from it? Now, I think this is the thing that really the contradiction in the collecting community that I wanted to kind of bring out right now. So like there's people that, these art chaser guys that want their, the original stuff, which is cool, right? Obviously, we all want like, stuff that the person actually did. Like that goes without saying, right? But then someone would spend $100 on a variant, right? A ratio variant. And they'll say, oh, it's rare. But there's like 1,000 of them, right? Or 100 of them. So, and they're all copies of the same thing. But then a collector would poo-poo something called a monoprint. Now, I have this Batman image by the great Jorge Jimenez, the current Batman artist, who we all know is pretty much 100% digital, right? But a lot of his artwork and a lot of other people's artwork that does strictly digital, they make their artwork available in the form of what they call monoprints. And that's what I want to get to. Monoprints. Have you guys heard of monoprints? Have you guys heard of them? I'm going to show you. Have you guys seen these before? There's a monoprint. I got one. And I got one for the purposes of really of to have this conversation. And I wanted to kind of know, what's the big deal? Like why people don't like these. Well, I'm going to tell you something. If you're going to drop, $200 on a variant cover or whatever, because it's rare, right? There's only one of these. There's only one of these, right? And then what I like about like Jorge Jimenez, and they'll even give you like a certificate of authenticity and a little sticker hologram thing to make this thing official. So I'm going to change the name, and I hope they're hearing me out here. These should not be called monoprints, because monoprint is a whole other thing that deals with like printing and all of that jazz, right? I think it should be called official prints, right? Because you're getting it straight from the artist. They're going to give you the COA. It's going to be printed on that Glee Clay, whatever. I mean, it's used the Glee Clay ink, and it's printed on like cotton paper and real good high-end paper. So you're getting something that's not a poster. You're getting something way higher quality, but you're not spending thousands of dollars, which brings the next question. How much was this? These are only like $100. Obviously the covers are more expensive, but you could get these super cheap. It's pronounced Glee Clay, as Endless says. Over here on IG, Kid Impulse never retired. He was just hibernating in the Speed Force. Okay, hey man, you came back with a vengeance, my man, with that Joker sketch. But what do you guys think of these? I really want your opinion, because here's something. This is a key page for all the Batman the Animated Series. This is the first time you see, the comic book Batman with the animated series Batman with Batman Beyond. And this actual page, the comic book Batman learns the identity of Batman Beyond. There's only one of these. You mean to tell me this is trash? It's not trash, especially if you're agreed, especially from a reputable artist. Can't go wrong with a one of a kind. Thank you, Miscellaneous Comics. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, like, why are we shitting on these digital artists when we buy all their comics anyway, right? And so yeah, so to answer your question, Compton Pops, yeah, like I said, like I think like 150 plus like 20 something shipping. But I'll tell you, I have it in a top loader, but if I took it out, I'm talking about jet black. It looks like it's almost velvet. It's like these Guy Clay, Mansour, right? These Guy Clays. I mean, it's like very vivid. You're not going to get a better print job than these. They call them mono prints, but I'm calling them official prints because you're getting serial numbers, you're getting COAs, you're getting signatures on this stuff. Okay, so let me do some debunking because I was on the CGC forum and I see a bunch of guys trying to poo-poo on this stuff, and I'm saying, hey, whatever floats your boat, but what we're not going to do is not call this art, okay? Because here's the thing, digital art is real art. Let's say Jorge Jimenez, I have his Batman at the bottom. Even if he wanted like his artwork, he would have to spend money, buy paper and get it printed or whatever. So he doesn't even have access to tangible copies of his published work. So when he's selling things like this, he's selling them to us before he has him. Now here's the other thing that people say. They say things like, well, what if they could use it again? They could use it again. And I'm like, here's the thing, man. I highly doubt that Jorge Jimenez is a scumbag or Alex Sinclair is a scumbag. They're not scumbags, dude. If these guys, their reputation would be trash if they did that. So they're not gonna do it. If they're saying it's a one of one, it's a one of one. I got somebody over here, my boy Xavier over here. That is a one of one. It may have been made from digital pen, but these are actual work of art that they were done by artists. It takes time to create digital art. Yes, it's still labor. How do you feel about digital art that looks like early 2000 CGI minus the movement? Okay, so man, Compton Pops, man, you are the man. I love that question because you're kind of alluding to like I said the Francesco Mattina. Then you got people like, I think Art Germ sometimes have that style depending on how he colors it. But then Derek Chu does that sometimes. And I can say I liked it in the beginning, but this is just my own, preference. I liked it in the beginning. It was kind of cool because it looked like video games. But now, especially with Mattina, I think Mattina burnt it out for me. I think once he started like tracing and taking faces from people and doing wild out stuff, that's where digital art becomes dangerous. But I mean, the comic creator community, they've already had denounced Francesco Mattina as a scumbag. So like, we can't, he is the bad apple. But to say like some of these reputable artists are doing it, no, like taking other people's stuff and copy and paste other people. No, it's like you're gonna get trashed, and there's such especially with social media, there's such a not a competition, but an awareness of what's out there that it would be faced with a lot of scrutiny if artists start biting other artists. So yes, as with anything, there's a plus and a minus to digital art. All I'm saying is that it's not trash. That's all. It's actually valuable, not just in a monetary sense, but in the sense of, hey, there's only one of these. This is a crossover. This is Batman 900. Okay, like you're not gonna get this anywhere. This is more rare than Hush Batman 608 RRP. You know what I mean? Because there's only one of these, but there's millions of copies of Batman 608. Okay, and so we have to look at things like kind of how the times are changing, right? So I would assume like if you're like in your 30s or in your 20s, these I'm calling them one of one official prints. These will be the OA of the future. Okay, like you got to be a bad mofo to still have an inker a penciler and an inker. You know what I mean? Like, because you're paying two people now, and with the digital, they only have to pay one person. So times are changing. So you're going to see a lot of digital stuff. A collectible is only valued to whoever wants to keep it and make money off of it. Exactly. Like, okay, your name's Compton Pops. Like, there's people that love Pops, and then there's people that think Pops are, it's not for them. So a collector is, all of this stuff is very niche. But if we're talking about comic book art, I'm just saying, like, when they're trying to declassify stuff like this as comic book art, well, what is it? Isn't a poster not art? So if you bought a poster, right? Let's say if you bought a poster of Amazing Spider-Man 300, right? That's not art. If you had a room full of posters, that wouldn't be a room full of art. I don't get it. Now, I know people are saying original, right? Okay, well, let's say let's take the original out of it, and let's just call it authentic, official. It still could be called OA because it's official. Okay, so one could be for original, the other one could be for official. Okay, it's still OA, no matter how you slice it. If Jorge Jimenez wanted this, he still would need to have, one of the tangible copy. He would need to manifest it himself still. It can be on his computer. Now, here's the other thing. Anything that's digitized, here's the part that really takes me, well, they can reprint it again and sell it to someone else. Well, hello, they sold their services to DC, Marvel. Marvel owns the actual master copies. Marvel can do whatever with the images before the artist would. The artist is trying to get another job. It's the publishers that repurposes these images and make t-shirts out of them and products and stuff. So, okay, so what if you had the actual physical original page or cover, right? The publisher can still use those images ad nauseum. So that makes you feel better that you have the actual source material. Well, this is still a source material. There's only one of these. And then he don't even use the file anymore. The file is kind of disregarded. Let's check what IG is saying right here. I say collect the stuff you find valuable to you and not shame those who like different media. That's the point right there, Endless. That's really what I'm getting to, is that we can't poo-poo this stuff. Because if you're a comic book reader and a comic book collector, comics is only going one way, and that's digital. Okay, even OGs are digital now, right? And then the people like Jim Lee, right? He could afford to do that. He's in a comfortable position with his job and his work where he could do that. But even people like Todd McFarlane is digital, right? And so, and I just like, yes. So there's a hierarchy as far as like value. Obviously, the tangible artwork with the pen, pencil, ink on paper, those are like real relics. That's that, now you're starting to get into like artifacts of the past, right? So like, yes, there's going to be more of a premium on the actual tangible drawn on board, right? But that's one lane, and then this is going to be a completely other. I guarantee you in the next 5 years, there's going to be more people buying these because they're affordable, and the people will be looking for them, especially when there's less and less and less drawn on board art available. Then what do collectors do when they want something from their favorite artist next, right? They'll start getting these official prints. That's what. What else? I mentioned that. Yeah, and I just got to say this one last time. These are more rare than your rarest comic. Okay, so if you're buying the comic for a cool cover, which is art, right? Well, this is more rare than that. It's one of one. That's it. Those exclusives, those variant exclusives that happen, at New York Comic Con or whatever, they print thousands of those. and sell them for $100 or flip them in the secondary market for that much. So get what you like, but like my man Endless said here, don't poo-poo the next man and their collecting habits, because who knows, man, you might end up one day buying something like that, because you're such a fan of the particular artist. So, keep an open mind. But I'll tell you this much. These official prints, mono prints, whatever you want to call them, and I'm going to show you another one. These are the best ones. And I urge, if you color comics, if you are a colorist like David Barron, Brad Anderson, and of course, the Houdini of Hue, Alice Sinclair, these are the way to go too. This is a published page that's enlarged, and I tell you, this is such a vivid image, and it's smudge proof. It's one of one. It's signed by everybody. You think Alice Sinclair is going to do this again? Come on. He's not going to print this again. And so I urge our color artists, because they're the last ones after just before letters, to have the full complete image. I think if they did these, your favorite page, ask your colorist, hey man, could you make me an artist proof of page blah blah blah? I think you won't be disappointed, because these are better than posters. They look better. Like they actually feel like real paintings. This page is giant. I forgot the dimensions on this, but this is huge. This is not 11 by 17, but most of the artists will do it on 11 by 17. But Alex, he do it on these large and in charge sizes. But most of the digital artists will do it on 11 by 17, like Jorge Jimenez did here. And yeah, I think that these are the future. Most of your comics are digital. Now, here's a question I got to ask. We were talking about Hush 2. So Hush 2 is coming out, I believe, next March. So the band is back together. Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee, Scott Williams, Alice Sinclair. That stuff is going to be traditionally done. I guarantee you those original pages are going to be worth an arm and a leg. So I think that if you do have tangible pages, tangible comic book art where it was actually done on board, I think the value of those will increase over time, because there'll be less of it in the new capacity. But then there are artists like Daniel Warren Johnson that still does things traditionally. There's artists like Maria Wolf. These are, current up and coming artists, or, the artists of today, let's just say, artists like Maria Wolf, who does things traditionally, and she's a freaking monster. Oh my God, her artwork is sick. So you can still find it out there, but it's dwindling. So, if you do like a Lee Bermejo, for example, you're not gonna find any Lee Bermejo pages. You know what I mean? And so this is a 13 by 19. Jesus, that's huge. But back to Lee Bermejo, you're not gonna find any Lee Bermejo original art, And then here's my other thing, right? So if you want the art, right, from them that's traditional and they're digital, now you got to be subjected to these commission lists, right? And now, shoot, sometimes these people get their commissions the day that world peace is accomplished, right? When is that happening? You know what I mean? These people be waiting for years, some months to years on commissions. Or you want to get a con sketch, right? And the con sketches, you got to get a VIP badge and do all this stuff, all this crazy stuff to maybe get a sketch at the show. So I think getting a published page is a easier way to get a high quality image. of your favorite artists. But I also think like there's people that are comic book geeks like me that want the moment. I want the moment. I'm about moments. You know, I love the art, but I want the art to tell the story. And this is a moment. And so yeah, I want to know your thoughts on, you know, the whole collecting art game. Like we talk about, we're going to talk about all kind of things here on Six Slayer Station, Stash Wars Live. We're going to talk about art collecting, comic collecting. We're going to talk about lines. We're going to talk about, you know, how to navigate lines. We're going to talk about every aspect of our experience as collectors. And the digital art thing, I needed to talk about it because digital art has made comics better. Okay. Digital art is I mean, think about people like Michael Turner. Okay. Michael Turner, what he was doing, you know, rest in peace. I like this right here. We're all just art collectors at the end of the day. Absolutely. I mean, why do we read comic books versus just reading novels, right? We want that art aspect, that visual aspect. And why do we follow certain artists? Because we like the way they tell stories with their artwork. Yes. And what did it say here? It's going to be hard for everyone to hop on monoprints or artist proof. Because that's the point. That's the point right there. It's going to be hard to hop on them. It's going to be just as hard as they are to get, you know, a traditional piece. I just think that the traditional piece is going to be more expensive. You know what I mean? So at least, you know, you can spend a couple hundred, a few hundred, or a few thousand, 10,000, 20,000. What? Come on. So I think that's the key. And so I think, you know, but these are all on websites. I think comiconart.com. Yeah, I think is Jorge Jimenez rep. But Michael Janine, you can get stuff from him. There's so many artists that we love. Daniel Simperi, a lot of the European artists, a lot of the Brazilian artists that are getting a lot of work these days. You know, if you want that stuff, if you're a fan of their work, that's the best way to go, is what I'm saying. And I think that, I just think that, you know, I feel for the artists, you know, because they're like, oh yeah, I do digital. And it's like, yeah, man, you do digital. So, and is the story good? It's the main thing is getting the story in the people's hands. So their primary job is illustrating comic books. So you know, what happens on a secondary market and all that, that's a whole nother game. But even if it's digital, what I'm saying is there's still a place for it, you know, and you can get that digital stuff at a way cheaper rate. So that's what I'm gonna say. Whether traditional, this is my man Endless right here on IG, whether traditional or digital, we love art. That's what I'm saying. And it's not worth shaming people, man. And these artists, man, like I said, I just gotta show this again, because bruh, Lee Bermejo, dude, Lee Bermejo, I didn't know he was digital, to be honest with you. I didn't know he was digital because his stuff looks so crazy. I didn't know Jenny Friesen was digital. But does that make them lesser than? Hell no. They're a beast. They're beastly in my world. And to me, if you a comic art collector, I say, you know, diversify your portfolio. Get a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? So that's all I have to say on that. Now, I kind of jumped the gun a little bit. Let me give me 1 second. Change my topic. Okay, changing my topic. Stash War. All right, so what I want to do, and let me know, because we're going live next week, and I just kind of wanted to foreshadow if there's anybody on IG or on YouTube that would like to be a guest and show some of their stash, let me know. Leave me a message either on Stash Wars Comics on Instagram or Six Slayer Station on YouTube. Let me know This topic that's coming up, we have 2 topics coming up. Okay, that's going to drop. I want to say either Friday or Saturday. I'll let you guys know Monday when we're going live next week. But 2 topics you can qualify for. One, favorite villain cover signatures. Okay, villain signatures. Okay, if you got them, holler. Okay. We want to have, some people with some hot ass villains. I don't care what publisher we're talking about here, but hot villain covers signed. Okay. Let me know if you want to be a part of that live stream next week. And secondly, sketch covers next week. Oh, I'm sorry. It will be next Friday. It will be next Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern on the 6 Layer Station on YouTube and Stash Wars Comics on IG. That's when we're going live. I forgot because my man Sammy Warmhands will be joining us from the Bat Fanatic podcast. He has a huge sketch cover collection, and I wanted him to, kind of get the ball rolling, showing his. But if there's anyone out there on YouTube or IG that want to hop on for 10, 15 minutes and show us what you're working with, that's what we want to see. We want to huddle up. We want to bring the community together and kind of exchange tips too, because everybody has different ways of acquiring what they acquire, and so once we kind of share that stuff, we're able to be more equipped. We can't go everywhere, but the places that we frequent, we can dominate, and that's what we want. We want everybody to be situated for their cons to dominate. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I go to a show, I got a list and I'm trying to conquer. Okay, I got a mission and I'm trying to get it accomplished. But next week we will be having, a stash war, and like I said, stash war is not it's not like a battle, okay? Because at the end of the day, we're competing against the whole world regardless, okay? So I got this mental battle on my mind regardless, so I'm trying to be the baddest mofo regardless, and so that's what it's about. And we want to see what you guys are working with, artists that you have targeted, got the list to conquer. Exactly. So let me know if you want to be featured on Stash Wars Live next week, so that we could share, our collections and show everybody what you guys are working with. Because I'm just curious to see what's out there. Not everybody gets stuff graded, you know what I'm saying? So there's stuff in the nooks and crannies of life that no one has ever seen. There's remarks and crazy situations. Like we just saw today, we saw a Joker in a hush. Like stuff like that happens every weekend at a show. So, and all over the world. So if you're international, let me know. I'm trying to get somebody to speak all the kind of major languages. I'm looking for somebody for Portuguese. Anybody speak Portuguese? Let me know. Because we got some of your favorite artists that are Brazilian. They're going to be featured on the show, and so I just want to make sure I have that Portuguese contact. So let me know if you speak Portuguese. Let me know. But otherwise, if you want to be on the show next week, the show villain covers, your signature villain covers. So your Jokers, your Magnetos, your whatevers, right? Or you have sketch covers. And then that's the other thing too. People have this whole rhyme or reason on how they get their sketch covers. So, next week's Stash War I wanted to involve the community. And so, and that's every Stash Wars Live. As you saw, we had an impromptu appearance from Mark. I was not expecting Mark to show up tonight, just because I know he was, on the road handling stuff, and I'm handling stuff here at the headquarters. And so, but yeah, I had no idea that was going to happen. That made my night. Salute to Mark and Marcos for making that happen. But I will also say, hey, if you guys want to know what's happened, what's popping off and stuff like that, DM me, Stash Wars Comics. There's always something popping off. We keep our ear to the ground, and we can provide some information. And others, we'll be like, we don't know. But like I said, we like to situate ourselves to win. So if you want to know upcoming events, or if you want to know like any kind of information about artists and stuff like that, like we're always willing to lend a helping hand in that regard. So with that said, I just want to say for the last time, best comment wins. Who wants this? Who wants this? So everybody kind of contributed tonight, So I'm going to put this up for grabs. The first person to make me laugh, hold on. Martin just jumped on. Sorry I missed it. Can't wait till next week. Love sketch covers. Yes. Who wants to win this? Anybody that can make me laugh. Y'all can say something about them Yankees. Y'all can do a lot of stuff. But I want to give this away right now. While I'm waiting on a comment, I just want to say go Dodgers. I just want you guys to know, I want you guys to personally thank me for the Dodgers victory. I single-handedly helped them win because I didn't watch none of the games because I'm bad luck, okay? Every time I watch a Dodger game on TV, we either start losing or we lose. The only game we lost in this series, I watched from top to bottom, okay? The first game we came back and won. We were losing when I was watching, and then I was like, dude, I can't stand it. I can't do it. I was like, I'm not watching it. Went to bed, woke up, we won. So I know that I helped the Dodgers win the World Series. And shout out to LA. Shout out to the Dodgers. Shout out to Mookie. That's my guy. And so I'm just waiting on a comment. The best comment wins. Howard Chaykin, and I just want to show you guys this again because I think it's dope. This is actually on a mini board commemorating the 80 years of Batman. I got this personally done by Howard. I got so many sketches on these in 2019 when they were giving these out in San Diego. I collected a bunch. But this one is up for grabs. I'm gonna do it for a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna comb the comments, and I'm gonna pick my favorite comments. I'm gonna do that right now. So I'm gonna first start all the way up. Let's see here on IG. This was a good one. That's a good comment right there. I want y'all to marinate on that comment right there. This was a fantastic comment as it pertained to signatures when we were talking about the best signature in the game and the signature king, Tony. Like, he's a wealth of knowledge. If you haven't subscribed to the Signature King on YouTube, I would do so as well after you subscribe to this right now, okay? But my man Tony has a wealth of knowledge. This comment, it's true. It's absolutely true. I'm just looking down on YouTube. Okay, and then now I'm on IG real quick. It's only one winner. Okay, so I'm starting here. All right. And miscellaneous comments was dropping mad heat. I think Mr. It is not too late to make a comment now. If you make me laugh, the first person that makes me laugh, I'm giving this away. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Miscellaneous comments in the clutch. Let me see that someone wins this one-on-one Geek Clay. This is not a Geek Clay. You're killing me, Christian. I'm giving this to Miscellaneous Comics, okay? Because this is what he said. Where does Bruce Wayne get all his energy from? One day we're gonna need a wall scan. We'll love to get close up of your art wall. Okay, I will do that one day. I will show you that, Martin. Okay, where does Bruce Wayne get all his energy from? Batteries. Yes, the dad joke wins. Miscellaneous Comics, you win this. Sketch by Howard Chaykin. I'm mailing out all the winner stuff on Monday. Last week's winners and this week's winners. Miscellaneous Comics, if you're still on IG, hit me up in my DM with your address because you win this sketch by Howard Chaykin. This was done in 2019 Long Beach Comics Expo, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? But you win this. Sketch by the legend. Sketch by the legend. Okay, yeah. Martin saying I need to do a wall scan. Oh, I'm going to tell you this. If you want me to do a wall scan, if you're looking for Marvel stuff, you're in for disappointment. I'm a DC guy, so all my stuff is DC. Again, I'm not an art head no more. No, I'm not. I'm not, I swear. Miscellaneous Comics, congratulations. Congratulations. If you haven't already went on YouTube to subscribe to the Six Layers channel, shame on you. Go do it right now. If you just popped on, we got a gang of stuff. The live shows are just one element of what we do. I just want cats to know, every week we have something called The Process, okay, with David Barron. This guy has been in the game for 30-something years, almost 30-something years. And, we do a show every freaking week. Okay, every freaking week, unpacking all this comic book art. We are doing the full-length jam piece to Wizard 19. You would love it. What's this last one? Oh, you love DC too? Can't wait. Okay, I dig that. I'll show you. And then, Six Layers. We had head over, watch our interviews. Jerry Conway. I mean, this is just some of the people we interview. We interview every week. Greg Wiseman, Gargoyle, Young Justice. Shout out to everybody that's on. We got my man Jason Fabok. Subscribe. Lots of stuff. Lots of special announcements happening. You do not want to miss it. So please subscribe to the Six Layer Station. Peace to everybody that joined tonight. I wish I got a Jim Lee sketch, I'll tell you that much. But I'm happy for all the cats that did. I'm happy for all the cats that send me pictures. I'm gonna try to get my phone fixed right now to see what the hell's going on. So I'm in a picture taking business. So I need to figure that out. So thank you guys very much. Peace.